Hi and welcome back to part 3 of Apocrypha, the adventure card game in Cold Blood. When we left off from part 2, I had just finished an investigation with Dr. Z's, and I think I had healed a card, which I said recycled into the deck. That was wrong. I've checked in between, and actually when you heal, you shuffle the card into your deck. So in between videos I've done that. I've shuffled that grifter back somewhere in this deck. Okay, so we are now at the step of Dr. Z's turn, where he can choose to repeat the support and investigate steps if he wishes to. So I think, seeing as he still has an omen left, that he ought to do that. And he's still got 3 cards left in his hand. So in this case, he's going to investigate. If he finds a gift, he's going to have a bonus dice. So let's do that. Let's investigate. So sacrifice that card to investigate this deck. Just before I flip the card, I'm just going to check there's no supports that I want to do. I don't think there are. No, I don't think so. I know technically that's not the rules, but seeing as I haven't flipped the card yet, I think it would be alright. Okay, no, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to go ahead and investigate. So flip this top card. If it's a gift, I get +1 die. It's not a gift, it's a threat. It's Death's heads. Bees. I'm fighting bees. If anyone's seen the old Eddie Izzard sketch when you're covered in bees, that's what this card makes me think of. Who's Clotho? Clotho does not get her own, and so she continues in heated silence, ever spinning. I'm sure that means something to someone else, but it doesn't to me, I'm afraid. So, Dr. Z is now covered in bees. He has to beat this with either a soul of 12 or a rage of 15. He has a soul value of 3, so that's probably the one he's going to be going for. If I win, I get to heal 1. If I lose, I have to sacrifice a soul gift. That would not be good. These guys are Animus and Strike, which I don't have. So anyway, I think I'm going to be choosing my virtue of soul, which gives me 3 soul gifts. Soul dice. To start with, to try and get a 12. Now I need to choose if I want to assist. Do I want 1 reroll from Frank for his 1 soul score? Probably not. I don't think it's worth mutating for 1 reroll. In which case, let's look at my cards. What can I do to help? I have 3 soul dice to try and get a 12, so I could add a dice here. Or I can add a dice here. Is there anything better to do? Sacrifice, add plus, evaluate versus an ally gift or a fey card. This is neither. So I think in this case, charm and conjure doesn't do anything for me. Resist, that would add me a dice. So if I use this, it would actually add myself 2 dice because of resist and resist. But I think 1 dice should be enough to get a 12. 3 4s. It's 50-50 on 3 dice, so with 4 dice it's a bit over. I think I'm just going to use this. If I discard this to boost my soul, I think that's the best move. So that gives me another soul dice, giving me 4 to try and get a 12. I think let's go for it. Why not, eh? Yeah, why not? Let's go for it. 4 dice, no rerolls. I want to get a 12. Let's see what happens. 5, 10, 11, 12. I'll tell you something I've noticed. Playing through the viewfinder on my phone to record this, I have zero depth perception. I keep trying to hold dice and I'm not as near them as I think I am. But anyway, I have 12. I was aiming for 12, so I've beaten it. So this one I've beaten. It says when I win, heal 1. So I'm going to sacrifice this card now, and then I'm going to heal 1 randomly. But also, when Z's wins versus a threat, heal 1. So I have 2 heal. Which, in this case, I have 2 in my discard pile, so I get to heal them both. So both of these cards are going to be shuffled into my deck. Oh, this is the fun bit where we get to shuffle our deck one-handed with adding 2 cards to it. Let's see how this goes. Let's just randomly get that there, get a few more, mix that one in. This is my least favourite bit of playing and recording. Trying to shuffle decks with only one hand is the worst. Right, I've got those. Let's just do this a bit. I'm sure this is thrilling watching for you guys. I say you guys, this is my first few videos, I have no viewers yet. So, in which case it doesn't matter if it's boring. Here we go. A couple more shuffles and I'll call it a day. There, that's good. I'm sure that's at least vaguely shuffled. Maybe. Okay, so at the end of that, I have finished that investigation with these. So I'm now down to support and investigate again, but I have no omens left in my hand, so I can't investigate anymore. Sanctify, can't do that, and because the deck still has cards in it, the nexus still has cards in it, and I've had no cards that say I can. So occasionally you'll get a card like an omen that'll say, oh, you can also sanctify if you win. So now I could transfer, but I don't think I want to do that, because I've still got stuff to do. I still need to find the vital fluids at this nexus. So I guess I'm going to end. Reset your hand and pass the turn. So for me, resetting my hand means going back up to 6 cards. I already have 2. Let's draw 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, some ones we haven't seen before. So what I want to do is move my omen over here, ready for next time. And I like to organise my cards by type. So I've got my 2 mind gifts over here next to the omen. I've got a soul gift, a couple of soul gifts, and I've got my extra shot. So I've got a support here on the soul gift. I've got a support there, they're both heals, that's quite handy. I have a support here, another heal, lots of heals. This I know I've only played twice so far, but I've tended to find that whenever I see a heal card, I keep it if I can. Because between missions you can add to your deck, you can keep things you've found. Okay, assemble using rage, discard. Oh, it's only to use on me, and I'm not going to be using rage. Well, anyway, okay, that's his turn. Let's move back to Frank. So Frank is still at the shelter as well with these. Start of his turn, as always, we'll draw 1 card from the clock. It's an Omen of Hope, Starlight. Investigate. Oh, it's a really simple one. Oh, you can examine one first, that's quite handy. So it's examine one and then investigate if you wish to. That's quite cool. I mean, most of the time playing against the clock you want to investigate either way, but I guess it might be useful in some circumstances. So what we might do this turn is possibly investigate twice. Possibly we'll investigate with our Doom, flip it to Doom, and then assuming we're going to stay there, flip it back to Hope. Yeah, why not? Okay, we're going to start by using this one. I don't think there's any supports we want, so let's go straight ahead. If it's a gift, avoid it. That's fine, I mean, I think we're doing okay so far, so if we do get a gift, no worries. Let's play this. Sacrifice this up here to investigate this nexus. If it's a gift, we have to avoid it, unfortunately. It is a gift. Extra razor blades. So we won't be getting that one. Now I think if we avoid, then it's shuffled back into the deck. I'm going to do this super basically, because shuffling takes far too long otherwise. Let's call that a day. Let's call that done. Here we go. And I think the Omen said that we sacrificed, said if it's a gift, avoid it, then investigate again. So we get another free investigation. So let's see what the next card is. Please don't be the Razor Blades again. No, it's the Minion 12. Oh, fantastic. This is just what we wanted. We have Minion 12, which, as our mission card says, 10 to 16, in this case only 10 to 12, because 3 nexuses, 3 minions, means it is the vital fluids, which is just what we want. And that's what we want for our mission, to find all 3 vital fluids. So let's take this card. That minion represents the vital fluids. Put that next to Frank. That's who we're confronting now. So now we are doing initiate powers. I don't think there are any. We have to choose whether to... We have to choose a virtue, whether we're going to confront with mind or body. Mind we have 3. Sorry, body we have 3. Mind we also have 3. But probably we're going to go body, seeing as we're only going for an 8. Let's have a look. We also have a gift for body, but not for mind. Sorry about the glare. So we could use that. Alternatively, we could just roll 3 dice and hope to get an 8. I mean, it's quite safe, right? Anything we can add here? This one has resist. We have resist, so actually we're going to get 4 dice, I think. Let's start building our dice pool. I don't think we're going to assist. I think we're going to have our 3 dice for our basic body skill, and then a further dice because we have resist 1. So we have 4 dice to get an 8. I mean, that should be safe, really, shouldn't it? That ought to be. Is this one we risk? We just go for and risk? Or do we make it more secure? We only have 1 more minion to get after this. I think we're gonna secure it. We're gonna make sure. We don't want to do this and then lose, do we? So I'm going to take this extra shot, discard it in order to boost body. Now, though there's only 4 dice of each colour in this game, when you need to boost, but there aren't any boost a certain colour, a certain type, a certain virtue of die, but there aren't any more of those dice left, you just get any other dice. You know, go for the white ones first as the bonus dice if possible, and then any other dice is fine. At least that's how I understand it. So, move my dice tray over. I've now got 3 basic dice, 1 for my resist and 1 for playing my extra shot. 5 dice, I need to get an 8. This is probably overkill, but let's find out. 1, 8, and we've easily done it. We've got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 5, more than enough. More than enough. So, the vital fluid here, we've confronted it and we've beaten it. We've found the vital fluids we were looking for, which means back over at our nexus, we take this minion and we put it next to the nexus, just there. So now, going back to our structure, we are waiting to win if minion B or C, now these are minion Cs, there are no minion Bs in this mission, if all the minion Cs are out of the nexuses. There's only 1 in each, so that's 2 out of the 3 done. So all we need to do now to win the game is to move to the hospital and find and confront the vital fluids there. It's strange, we haven't actually had any cult members show up yet. There is 1 in each deck, I promise. So I think that's us. I think that's us done there. I think we're going to move now back. I don't think we're going to investigate here again. I think we're just going to move. Although ending your turn at the hospital is bad news on the Doom side. Because as the Nexus shows, when you end your turn here on the Doom side, you take 1 damage, 1 body damage. But I suppose we've got to do that eventually, haven't we? So I suppose we're just going to move. Let's just go for it. Let's take Frank, and for our transfer step, move him to the hospital. Here he goes. Up here. He's now at the hospital, which unfortunately means in the end step, as I just showed, we're going to take 1 body damage. So we have to lose one of these body cards. Oh, body! These are rage. which I think actually, unfortunately, means we lose a random card. If you can't lose a card of the damage type you're told to take, you just lose one randomly. Rather than shuffling, I'm going to roll a dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5. We lose our omen, unfortunately. Right then. So that is the end of his turn. During the end step, we reset our hand. So we have a hand size of 4, so we're going to need to draw 2 more cards. 1. Ooh, our Runic Blade. That's a special card we picked up through the first mission. And 2, a Halogen, I guess. It's not. Halogen Bar. Okay, lovely. Let's move on back to Z's turn. So, for Z's, step 1, as always, draw an omen. We have the Omen of Doom, Deviltry. Sacrifice it, recycle a random card, and then flip to Doom and investigate. That's a bit scary, but what are you going to do? Now, why didn't we move with Z's last turn? Was there a reason? Oh, because, oh, I know, Frank beat the minion, didn't he? So, Z's. Do I get him to investigate here? Or do I kind of waste this turn just moving? I suppose I should just move. I should just get over there, get this mission completed. I haven't really gained much this game in the way of gifts, have I? I wonder what's worth doing here. No, I'm just, like I said in the previous video, I'm going to try and get this mission completed. So I think I'm going to just move, just skip all of these steps. I'm not going to support, I'm not going to investigate, skip all of this, can't do this, and I think I'm just going to go straight to move, to transfer. Take Z's and move him straight to the hospital. Which again, unfortunately, means take 1 body damage. My only body card is extra shot, so that one is going to my discard pile as body damage. But this means in the next turns I'll be able to just focus on getting the hospital completed and hopefully finish this mission. Okay, Z's has 6 cards left in his hand, which means in his end step he doesn't need to discard any, doesn't need to draw any, he can just go straight on to the next round. Seeing as we're at 18 minutes now, I think that's a good place to end this one. I'll come back in the next video, and who knows, if the archetypes are near the top of this nexus, this might be a really quick end to the mission. But we'll find out in the next video. Okay, thanks, and see you next time. Bye.